me and Daniel have a lot of things on our agenda. So let's get going, guys. So today's topic is omnichannel marketing. Well, I love the guys from marketoonies.com. They have some very nice cartoons and some very good icebreakers for meetings around marketing. And this cartoon gives a whole new spin to the term hands-on experience. Looks like someone really took the phrase putting yourself into the customer's shoes quite literally. So this guy is actually in the cart. It's like saying, why wait for customer feedback when you can just ride along with their groceries? And this is going to set the tone for today's conversation and why omnichannel is actually around being customer-centric and supporting your customer all throughout the buyer's journey, which obviously touches upon a multitude of channels. So these are the topics for today. First up, I'll kick things off with a quick intro to what omnichannel marketing really means. And we're also going to make quite an important difference between omnichannel marketing and multi-channel marketing, because this is one common mistake many people do. Then we'll slide into how to actually mix and match different channels. That would be Daniel's part. Social media, websites, and even the good old physical events. And remember, guys, this is going to be a really B2B oriented session. I know most of you are in the B2B tech area, so we're going to focus more on channels and tactics that are more relevant for that. Like I said, initially, for people who just logged in, unfortunately, we're going to leave the outbound marketing part for another session because our partner, Tom, has the flu and is not able to be with us today. We have some hands-on case studies and use cases for you because we'd like to show you the real stories about companies who have, nailed omnichannel marketing. And we're going to show you clearly what we did for some of our customers and also some use cases in the tech area that you can apply. So let's get the ball rolling and turn you into omnichannel marketing rock stars. So we hope this is going to be a really, really useful session for you guys. Remember, all of our sessions are highly interactive, or at least we hope that they are. So feel free to use the chat window, to raise your hands and ask wherever you have questions or things that need clarification. So for those of you who are new to our sessions, I am Juana. I'm a managing partner at NNC Services. We're a B2B marketing consulting company working specifically with companies in the tech area. My partner, Loredana Nicolae, is here as well. Hi, Lori. And I also have Daniel here. Daniel, tell us a bit about yourself.
Hey everyone, Daniel over here. You probably saw me in my LinkedIn videos and podcasts and interviews that I occasionally record. I've been with NNC for quite some years right now, and happy to be here in charge of new business development and also account management. Today I'm going to be talking about the various ways I go after my customers and my prospects, and I make sure to find them at the right time with the right message.
Thank you, Daniel. And also about the various ways we can make our customers come to us. Okay, so let's get straight into omnichannel marketing from a B2B angle. So imagine creating a seamless, unified experience for your clients across every touch point. And these varies: online platforms, emails, face-to-face meetings, events, you name it. That's what we're aiming for with omnichannel. In B2B, it's all about connecting the dots between all these different channels to ensure a consistent narrative and a consistent experience for your customers. And I'm going to repeat this over and over again
Me
through
too.
this session, and also Daniel, because this isn't just about being everywhere. And many marketers or company owners confuse omnichannel marketing with that. But it's about making every interaction meaningful and really tailored using insights. And it's also about anticipating and meeting your client's specific needs. And both me and Daniel are also going to touch upon how technology can help us with this. Marketing automation platforms, CRM. If you want to do omni-channel marketing you need to rely on a good technology platform, and you need to rely on analytics and data. So we'll explore the key strategies to how to integrate this approach in your business. But before I dive into a step-by-step action plan you can take over, I'm just going to set up the stage a bit to see where we are at with omnichannel marketing. What are the, let's say, compelling figures that underline the importance in today's B2B landscape? And I must say that this is a concept. It existed before COVID-19, but it kind of exploded after and during the pandemic. The reason why that happened is that businesses were obliged during COVID-19 to tap into different channels. You know, there were tech companies who previously were using only one channel. Like they had this one go-to conference, the company into their industry, and they were going to that conference. They put all their marketing budget into that. And when the pandemic started, well, there were no conferences, so they were kind of obliged to tap into other channels. And the staggering 94% of B2B decision makers now see omni-channel as effective and even more effective than pre-COVID-19. And this shift is not just a trend, it's really a fundamental change in how marketing, and not just marketing, but business is done. And I'm going to connect this to another thing. And we've mentioned this in previous sessions as well. There's also a change into the decision makers' profile. New generations are coming up, younger ones, we have younger decision makers, and these generations are more used to having an omni-channel approach toward purchasing. This has expanded dramatically. And for instance, B2B customers are now engaging through 10 or more channels, which is double from just 5 in 2016. So we're talking about B2B, guys. You can imagine what it's like in B2C. It's tens and hundreds of channels. And this diversification in engagement points illustrates this increasing complexity, but also a lot of opportunities in customer relationships. When it comes to spending, the numbers are also eye-opening. A significant 35% of B2B customers are willing to make transactions of $500,000 or more remotely or online. That's $500,000, guys. And B2B customers, B2B decision makers are willing to spend that much on just remote or online channels, through such channels when purchasing. And moreover, the majority will spend at least $50K or more. So these figures not only highlight the growing trust in digital and remote sales channels, but also you can see a substantial revenue opportunity they represent. And lastly, the stakes for supplier performance have never been higher. So with 8 in 10 B2B decision makers are ready to switch suppliers if performance guarantees aren't met. The message is clear. Reliability and excellence. So all these statistics not only paint a picture of the current state of B2B omnichannel marketing, but also they signal a critical change into this landscape. So now, guys, I convinced you how important this is. So let's move further. Now, let's break down a bit what it really means for us in the business world, what omnichannel marketing means. So picture this. Your client embarks on a journey with your company, with your brand, and no matter where they turn, be it your website, a social media platform, their email, customer service calls, or even in-person meetings with your people, your team, or your salespeople, are having a consistent, flawless experience. And it's the same on each touch point. That's the heart of omnichannel marketing. And we're talking about more than just uniformity in the messages they see. It's about creating this integrated experience at every single touch point in the process. And Daniel will tell you later about the buyer's journey, the B2B buyer's journey, and how this is changing with omnichannel. So from the moment they discover your brand, through every interaction, all the way to post-sales support and beyond, each step is interconnected. And why does this matter? Because in a world where customers interact with us across all this channel, consistency is not just nice to have, they're really expected. Now, I told you in the beginning that we'll make this parallel, this difference between omnichannel and multi-channel, and there are a lot of conversations around it online. So let's clarify this hot topic a bit. Why does it matter to us? With omnichannel, imagine everything being woven together, like a smooth tapestry. And I saw recently a speech of Neil Patel from Web Summit where he was talking about omnichannel, and he was comparing omnichannel marketing with running an orchestra, right? So you have an orchestra where the entire team, so from the conductor, the violinist, the guy who's playing the flute, they're all interconnected into the same and providing the same experience. That's omni-channel marketing. It's an orchestra that's providing an integrated experience to your customer. And it's all about the customer here. Their journey is fluid. Their experience is uniform across all platforms. On the other side, however, we have multi-channel. And frankly, this is what most companies are doing right now. And they believe they do omni-channel, but it's actually multi-channel. And this is like having a bunch, of separate radio stations. Each one offers something different, but they don't necessarily work together. It's about, spreading wide, hitting clients across multiple platforms. We're marketing managers, and we say, oh, we're doing this and that. We're doing TikTok, we're doing Instagram, podcasts, events, webinars, and so on. But the experience for their customers is disjointed with different messages and, more importantly, data silos for each channel, and things are not integrated, not even from a technological perspective. And this is really key and really important. And the big win with omnichannel is that you are building some really meaningful relationships, personalized interactions. It's advanced, it's integrated, while multi-channel is about reach and presence. And in the same speech that I told you about with Neil Patel, he was saying that you can actually clarify if you're doing omni-channel versus multi-channel internally if you're looking at the way you are allocating your team in your marketing department, whether it is an internal team or whether you are working with a provider. If you have one guy who's doing LinkedIn, one guy who's doing SEO, one guy who's doing PPC, one guy who's organizing events. And these guys never talk to each other, and and they don't exchange information about what's happening on each channel with their customer. Then you're doing multi-channel. If these guys are working as a team, they have joint, reporting meetings, they exchange information together, they work hopefully on a single platform, and they share data and analysis from one channel to the other, then you're doing omni-channel. So pause, think about what you're doing in your company right now, and if you're more into the siloed scenario, most probably you're doing multi-channel, which is not bad, but you have the next stage you need to move into. Now, I tried to break down what is it that you can do in order to build your omni-channel marketing strategy, because before you start doing things, you would like to have a clear approach, a clear action plan. So I'm going to talk to you about how to build this strategy, and Daniel further will actually talk about how to put it into practice. And the first step and the most important one for this, like with every marketing strategy, is understanding your customer. This is key. You want to dig really deep into what makes your customers tick, what they need, what they love, what they are saying, and what channels they are using right now. So pull out the analytics, whether it's Google Analytics or other analytics from social media platforms you are using for your company, and listen to their feedback. So run surveys, talk to your existing customers or your prospects, and do your market research to really understand your market, your customer persona. I know for some of you may sound like, this is basic, but I am amazed every time, I'm talking to a new potential partner or somebody in the market, and they're starting to do a lot of things, but oftentimes they rely on a buyer persona that was built many years ago. The customer's profile has changed, the customer's buying behavior has changed, so make sure you have this up to date. Create customer personas that are so detailed you almost expect them to walk into a meeting. Next up, it's time for an audit of your channels. So take a look at every platform you're using, your website, your social media, your emails, even your in-person interactions. By the way, that's a part that many people are missing. So just sit silently, like in a sales meeting, or even in meetings your project managers have with your customers, for instance. And you need to see exactly how customers are using this and pinpoint where the experience might be dropping the ball, and also what's the difference, where you see differences in experience. With all these infos, you're already set to clear objectives, which is the next steps. What's your end game with omnichannel marketing? You need more sales, you need happier customers, you need a tribe of loyal followers. So nail down those goals, because they are your roadmap for what's next. And now let's talk about integrating your data. You've got customer info coming in from all over the place. And like I said, it's vital to get it all talking to each other. So investing in a good CRM software or a marketing automation platform, whether that's, HubSpot or another one that's available, this can break down all these silos. So you've got one cohesive, clear view of every interaction, every preference, and every history for your customers. And the fifth step on this slide is to align your content and messaging. It doesn't matter if your customer is reading an email, is sending you a tweet or chatting with one of your reps, the brand message has to hit the same notes. I saw so many times disparate messages for a company, things like, if you look at their website is so, traditional looking and very neat and corporate looking. And you are, going into their Facebook or their LinkedIn account, and there, all their posts are with funny jokes and memes, and they even use different brand colors. So that's not a consistent customer experience. So no matter where this is happening, customize as needed for each platform, but the underlying values and the main story you are telling should stay rock solid across the board. And we have a few more steps. Leverage technology. So it's all about having the right tech in your corner. We're looking at marketing automation, like I said, CRM systems, data analytics platforms, and these aren't just, fancy digital tools. They were many years back, nice to have, but now they're really critical. They're these engines that power this integration across every channel. Then we have to train your team, or you have to train your team. Your people on the ground, like sales, marketing, customer service, they need to be in sync with this omni-channel vision. So make sure you equip them with the knowledge and the skills to deliver that seamless experience your customers are after. So when your team understands the big picture, they can make each interaction count. Now, once you have all this in place, it's time to get your feet wet with some pilot programs. So don't go all in at once. Start with a test run in the control setting. And a question I get a lot is like, okay, there are so many channels. What do I start with? Well, ideally, you should start with the ones that are easier to integrate and that bring the most results. So, like, for instance, we are big fans of SEO. SEO is great, is amazing, but that brings results in time. So if you are not, let's say, set up with a more simple thing like maybe email marketing, having a neat database with customized content, depending on what's happening with the profile of your clients in the list, then choose that and leave SEO for the next phase. So don't go all in at once. Start with a test run. It gives you room to see, or to also see what works, what doesn't, and tweak your strategy accordingly. It's like, a dress rehearsal before the big opening night. And now don't forget to measure and optimize. You've got your KPIs, those beacons of performance that will tell you how well you are performing. Scrutinize your data, learn from it, and adjust. And there are some, let's say, industry benchmarks that tell you if you're doing omni-channel well. And I'm going to share some with you. One way you can find out, you can know if you're doing it well, is if you have an even percentage split of traffic, for instance, through the channels. If you're getting 80% of your traffic through LinkedIn, you're not doing omnichannel well. If you're getting 80% of your qualified leads from events, you're not doing omnichannel well. So you have to have kind of a balance between the channels. Organic with paid, channel to channel. Industry benchmarks say look at about 20 to 30% on each channel. And that will give you a good idea that you're doing it well. And remember, this optimization is a never-ending part of the journey, so embrace it. Omnichannel is a strategy that's continuously changing, and it's changing because the channels are changing. So older channels are now obsolete. There are new channels coming up. People are consuming content through various touch points. So always update your customer persona and update your strategy. And lastly, solicit feedback. There's no better insight than the straight from the source, so your customers. Regular check-ins on their experience and open channels for their voice will guide you to where your strategy needs to fine-tune or overhaul. So really, talk to your customers, and you are in B2B, you should be able to actually call them and ask them about the way they are interacting with brands right now, what channels they are active on, and how they are consuming content. And remember that feedback is really, really gold. I have a case study prepared for you right now, but I'm gonna pause for a second and ask you guys if you have any questions or things you'd like to add from your own experience. So I guess that was pretty clear. Feel free to use the chat window, like Loredana said, and we're also gonna have an extended Q&A session at the end. So I'm gonna share with you a case study. This is one of our partners. They're called Colorful HR. So this is a real world example where omnichannel marketing truly shown, and I'm gonna share with you some statistics in the end. So we're looking at Colorful HR. They're a front runner in the HCM software. They're targeting mostly HR managers. The challenge they faced was twofold. They wanted to amplify their reputation, their market reputation, and at the same time, they wanted to streamline operations. So what was the game plan? They took an integrated omnichannel marketing approach, and they didn't just, spray and pray with their marketing efforts. They honed in on really precise targeting, ensuring that their messaging hit the mark with the right people at the right time. Every bit of their marketing was tightly aligned with their business, all these business goals I just shared, ensuring that their efforts and their budget was put where it was needed most. And specifically, what they did, or together with our team's help. So first up, we had omni-channel integration. And this wasn't about just using different channels. It was about knitting them together so tightly that the customers couldn't see the seams. So social media, content marketing, SEO, paid marketing, all these were synced up with the sales operations. Remember, I mentioned one of the goals was operations alignment, ensuring that their customer had a cohesive experience. And this was one of the first customers we had where we were running a marketing project, but we had a lot of input from their sales team. So actually their sales guys joined into our meetings, they shared a lot of feedback, and they also got a lot of information from marketing to make sure that this customer experience is aligned. Then there was the refinement of enhanced buyer personas. They knew they were targeting HR all around the country, but we crafted some very detailed personas with a diverse spectrum, varied company sizes, different stages of the buyer's journey. And this level of personalization meant that the marketing efforts we did could speak directly to the needs and pain points of each unique segment. Social media wasn't left out. They had social media, but we made a full-blown revitalization. So they revamped their online presence. We built for them a consistent visual identity and also platform-specific strategy. There was a surge in engagement, and the follower base really increased. So just for that, having a very consistent approach to the content they were sharing for social media and to how they looked in terms of branding. Content and SEO synergy, they intertwined their content strategy with their SEO, and that really helped them boost search rankings. And I'm going to share the figures on the next slide. There were some very carefully crafted blog articles, sharp keyword management, and last but not least, event marketing and automation played really a crucial role. So every event, be it internal or customer facing, was really strategically planned, and it kept in mind this omni-channel approach. And with tools like HubSpot, in their case, they had HubSpot, they automated the entire marketing processes flow. And it really was a very nice outcome, and I'm going to share with you some key figures. For starters, they nailed it with SEO and paid ads, and they landed a top spot for 289 keywords. So that's really a significant increase. Like I said, they really wanted to increase their reputation and their brand awareness on the market, and that really helped a lot. Their online visibility almost tripled, climbed from 13 to 40%. So that's a big deal for online recognition. They also saw a big jump into event participation, 260%. On the social front, also, their LinkedIn presence grew. Now, remember, guys, all we did was really make sure that the channels were integrated. And once you have, this integration, you can pull traffic from a channel to another. Plus, they've been really able to save around 40 hours each month thanks to better processes, thanks to technology and marketing automation. So all in all, their strategy has been really effective and boosted their online and also offline presence. Daniel is also going to share with you a use case that's more general and really applicable for B2B tech companies. So I'm going to pause again and see if we have any questions. We also got some questions beforehand. So remember, when you register for the event, you had the option to put in some questions. So I chose one that I thought it's quite interesting and relevant to my own part of the session. And this is, how is your experience to having an omni-channel advanced marketing strategy internationally? And this is a really good one because firstly, when you're going international, content must be localized, which goes beyond just a translation. It's about cultural customization, adapting to local norms and preferences. And it's sometimes a bit challenging to have an omni-channel approach, but also make sure that you have this localized customization of things. So data is your compass here. So segmenting customers by region and behavior enables you to have these targeted campaigns. You need advanced analytics. You need to make sure that you have a clear view on the different buyer persona based on location as well. But remember, these have to be integrated in your omni-channel approach. So here, collaboration is key. teams should balance, global strategy expertise with local market knowledge. This ensures that strategies are both globally cohesive and also locally relevant. And also technology can help you here. Can help you choose needs to be both flexible and scalable. Platforms that integrate like local services and local platforms can help you, navigate through different regulatory systems and so on. So don't overlook local channels. Engaging customers on platforms they know and love locally, like, I don't know, WeChat in China or VKontakte in Russia, can open up new opportunities if you are targeting that market. So in summary, if you want to thrive with an international omnichannel strategy, be globally mindful and locally agile. So leverage this data to personalize, to respect cultural nuances. So make sure that you can balance these two together. Okay, so I guess we are approaching Daniel's part.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are, Romana. And thank you, everyone that is still here. I think we have the same people that joined us at the beginning, so we must be saying something interesting to them. And for my piece today, we're going to be embarking on a journey through the nuanced landscape of marketing channel integration strategies, because we're living in an era where the digital and physical realms converge. The harmony between various marketing channels is not just beneficial, it's imperative right now. We will explore how integrating these channels not only amplifies our message, but also creates a seamless customer experience like one I was mentioning before. Basically, you want to stay relevant and present in the lives of your audiences. So that's why, for example, you want to make sure that when a potential customer looks up your website or your social media channels, they will find similar pieces of content, same branding rules, and so on, and same tone of voice, so you don't get them confused. You might be very serious on your website, but on social media you might be posting some videos of cats. So you just want to make sure that your customers are getting a glimpse of what you're doing and how you want to emit that message. And in my next slide, I took the liberty of showcasing Gartner's proposed new B2B buying journey. And as you can see, it's no longer linear. And they tell us that this was all accelerated by the pandemic, and this non-linear buying trend pushing B2B buyers to further embrace a self-service approach to buying is heavily reliant on digital marketing channels like marketplaces, social media, and peer recommendations, referrals. And this helps them surface and explore new solutions. So the landscape of B2B purchasing has dramatically shifted. It necessitates a fresh approach to sales strategies, and myself being a sailor as well, I'm no longer the primary source of information for my buyers. Instead, the digital age has empowered my buyers to independently gather data, making our traditional selling techniques less effective. This transformation is not merely a challenge, but an opportunity to innovate in how we engage and support our customers throughout their purchasing journey. And by understanding these critical buying jobs identified by Gartner, we can facilitate a smoother buying experience, leading to higher satisfaction and stronger relationships. Gartner predicts that 80% of B2B sales interactions between buyers and suppliers will occur on digital channels by 2025, but the buying journey remains a complex mixture of traditional and digital channels. And we are going to taking you step by step into integrating these channels. And first of all, I want to talk about auditing your marketing channels and customer touch points. This should be the base of any type of marketing effort or marketing strategy you're trying to implement, especially when talking about omni-channel, because you want to know where you're at before thinking where you want to get. So in preparing for an omni-channel marketing strategy, you need to do this audit of your current marketing channels and customer interaction points. You want to have this process in-house or with the help of outside consultants in order to be able to list and evaluate all the channels for their effectiveness. You want to understand your customer journey throughout these channels, and you want to map your customer touch points. It's about gaining insights into channels and channels performance, customer preferences, and identifying opportunities for better integration. As I told you, this audit is foundational, and it reveals where your marketing can become more cohesive. It provides a seamless customer experience. That's why we're all striving to do. So you need to also assess the technological infrastructure to ensure it supports an integrating marketing approach. You want to see exactly if you have the tech stack necessary. If you're doing outbound calling, for example, you want to know if you have well put in place call center activity. So you're setting the stage for a strategy that places your customer's journey at its core, ensuring consistency and personalization across all points of integration.
And if I can add something, Daniel, sometimes running such an audit, it's a good idea to have like an external view on this audit. If you're running it internally, what happens most of the time is that you still have this really internal focused approach, and you should have like a more objective approach to it. So bringing in a consultant or a company that's specialized in this, at least for the audit part, that's usually the best practice.
Agreed. In my next slide, as I told you, we're taking it step by step, and we want to first of all define our omni-channel goals. Our customers need to have a unified experience. Maybe we have a very good website, but when our customers go on social media, they don't find any type of content. So we need to make sure that this is one of our goals, to be present on all the channels clearly, and to have the same smooth experience, same tone of voice, same messaging. And after conducting this comprehensive audit of our existing marketing channels and customer touchpoints, the next step would be clearly integrating these B2B marketing channels into an omni-channel marketing strategy. Well, this clearly starts with defining our omni-channel goals. We establish clear, measurable objectives for our omni-channel strategy, such as improving customer satisfaction, or maybe increasing engagement across channels, boosting some conversion rates, or enhancing some brand consistency. These are all actions that we are going to make based on the data that we gather into the initial audit. Second step would be to segment our audience. We need to use that data that I was talking to you about to create detailed audience segments or personas. This will enable us to personalize marketing efforts and help us in tailoring the customer journey for different segments clearly. Then we want to map this unified customer journey, and to do so, we design this map that integrates all channels and touch points. Like I was telling you before, we ensure it's seamless, with each channel playing to its strengths and contributing to a continuous narrative. Okay, so we may find a certain buyer persona on LinkedIn, but others we could find them on Facebook, maybe even on some TikTok channels, depending on what's our industry and what's our niche, and what we know about our customers. when we align, the fourth step is to leverage technology for integration. So we align all our tech stack, and we identify and implement the necessary marketing technology solutions that enable seamless integration of our channels. Tools such as CRM, marketing automation platforms, and analytics tools are critical for managing a unified customer experience. And to do so, for example, we are very much fans of HubSpot, which actually brings all this together. But this is another topic, and we can delve in another event. Next would be to plan for personalization and engagement. So we design the strategies for personalized customer engagement across channels, using this data analytics and customer insights to create this engaging content and interactions. This will resonate with our audience at each stage of their journey. Okay, we can surprise them with a free ebook. Then we can jump on their email with some insights during our next newsletter. Then we're making sure that we regularly post about things that are a concern to them, and less posts and less content that speaks about our services, and more content that speaks about how you're answering your audience's questions and your needs. And clearly all this is powered by cross-departmental collaboration. What that means is that we foster collaboration across marketing, sales, customer service, and even IT departments to ensure a unified approach to the customer experience. There is no longer this long-lasting conflict between sales and marketing, but there is a long-lasting debate and discussion, and they're all sitting at the same table. Each department needs to understand that they have a role in the omnichannel strategy, and they need to understand how they contribute to the overall customer journey. And clearly, you need to equip your team with training and change management, because we're living in an era of constant change, and we need to train our team with the necessary skills and knowledge to execute the omnichannel strategy effectively. This may involve training on new technologies, processes, or customer engagement techniques. Once we have our audit, we have our plan, it's time for execution, measurement, and continuous optimization. So following the development and initial implementation of a unified customer experience strategy, our next step is to integrate these channels within an omnichannel approach, and execution and measurement is clearly a key factor over here. This stage is critical for our strategy to bring life. Clearly, it's gauging its effectiveness and is making necessary adjustments to improve outcomes over time. And we can approach this phase in two stages. We launch the campaigns across channels. We implement our planned campaigns, ensuring that messaging and customer experiences are consistent and integrated across all channels. And then the real-time integration. We utilize technology to enable real-time updates and integrations across channels, ensuring that customer interactions are seamlessly connected regardless of the channel. So always staying in touch with what's happening wherever we're communicating something to our customers, or they're communicating with us, and making sure that we implement the feedback almost real time if possible. In the same time, we want to set up these key performance indicators that I was telling you about. So we establish these KPIs that align with our objectives, such as conversion rates, customer engagement metrics, customer satisfaction scores, and ROI. We employ these advanced analytics tools to track performance across channels, and we gather data on customer behaviors, campaign performance, and the overall effectiveness of our strategies. And clearly over here, as Juana was mentioning, you can always get help from an external source. And right now there are tens of tools out there that are able to measure this data and give you insights of what's happening, what's the possibility of a customer of yours to go for an upsell, or what's the churn statistics for a certain customer. And it's all based on analyzing the data that we provide and that we track across these channels.
And one thing I wanted to add here, Daniel, is that sometimes people or marketing managers rely on siloed sources for this analytics. So they use like independent analytics, then reports from each channel. So that's not omni-channel, that's multi-channel. But if you're using something like a marketing automation platform, you would be able to have this all integrated, and you will actually be able to see how the same customer performed on a channel versus another one. So that's the difference, guys, and this is where technology is really crucial. You won't be able to, have this integrated analytics approach and have this integrated reporting that covers all the channels if you are using separate technologies for each channel, or if you are relying on the reports or analytics that come from, Facebook or LinkedIn or individually.
This is one of the key reasons that our customers go for platforms like HubSpot, because they want a clear single source of truth for all their marketing efforts and all their marketing data. Well, going further into execution, measurement, and continuous optimization, we're talking about optimization, okay? So we want to analyze this performance data. We want to regularly review this collected data to understand what is working and what it's not. We're looking for patterns in customer behavior that indicate preferences or pain points. Based on insights, we use these insights gained from performance data to make informed adjustments to our campaigns, messaging, channel focus, or even an overall strategy. These might include refining our content, personalizing interactions further, or reallocating resources to more effective channels. And we do this both for ourselves and also for our customers, to be frank. We test and learn. We adopt a test and learn approach to continuously experiment with new ideas, channels, and technologies. So this A/B testing can be particularly effective for optimizing individual elements of our campaigns. We even solicit first-hand customer feedback, because this direct feedback from our customers, because not all of them submit it freely, and we just need to ask for it. And this can provide invaluable insights into their experience and perceptions of our brand across different channels. We strongly encourage you to use surveys, feedback forms, and social listening tools, like I was mentioning earlier, to gather this information and clearly adapt your effort accordingly. Like I was telling you earlier, you need to foster this cross-departmental collaboration. So continuously engage with different departments within your organization and ensure alignment and adaptability. Marketing, sales, customer service, and IT departments, again, should work closely to share insights and optimize the customer journey. And lastly, stay updated on marketing and market and technological trends. The digital marketing landscape is continuously evolving, as you all know. We're all in the era of AI. Keep abreast of new technologies, channels, and consumer trends to ensure your omni-channel strategy remains relevant and effective. And
by the way, Daniel, one way you can do this is, we noticed this trend. There are many channels that were initially B2C, which are now being used into B2B marketing. So, and also when it comes to the type of content, there was a lot of video content that was initially used in B2C, and now we see a lot of B2B marketers leveraging video content, because ultimately The purchasing behavior, apparently, it's kind of similar from and evolving to that area, because after all, we are all humans. So the decision makers are also consuming other channels, and many are expecting to have the same experience when purchasing for their business. So the same experience they're having individually when purchasing for themselves, like, interacting with Nike or Walt Disney,
Yep.
many expect to have the same experience when purchasing for their business. So make sure you are on top of consumer trends, channels, new technologies. If you're a marketer, TikTok, whatever, they're coming at you. AR, VR, a lot of interesting topics for next sessions.
Exactly, clearly, and as usual, your customer will dictate the way you effectively communicate with them, and also our attention span has been getting lower and lower. So we're all into 1-minute videos that showcase the product or the service, and that help us decide if we like it or not, rather than reading an entire ebook. Well, I also have a use case around channel integration, and we wanted to consider a B2B tech company called Tech Solutions Incorporated that specializes in cloud computing services for small and medium enterprises. Tech Solutions aim to integrate their marketing channels into an omnichannel strategy in 2024 to improve customer engagement, lead generation, clearly, and conversion rates. In the next slides, we can see how they could apply the outlined steps with specific channel examples. Okay. So channel integration. When we were talking about audit, Tech Solutions conducts an audit and discovers that its primary channels are website, LinkedIn, email, newsletters, webinars, and industry conferences. So during this audit, they revealed that they had some gaps in the messaging consistency and customer journey continuity across these channels. This unified customer experience strategy is based on the audit. They defined an omnichannel goal to create a seamless, personalized customer journey, exactly like I was telling you earlier, to boost this engagement and conversions. Firstly, they segmented their audiences into SMEs in healthcare, finance, and retail, creating personas for each and creating messaging for each of these industries, and also knowing exactly where are the channels that they will find these personas. Next, on the execution side, where they were looking about these channels that they wanted to improve, they looked at the website. Clearly, they found out in the audit, and they looked at the website, and they realized that they need to personalize landing pages, cater to each industry segment, with a chatbot for real-time inquiries and lead capture. For example, on LinkedIn, they use targeted ad campaigns to address specific challenges and trends in healthcare, finance, and retail sectors. Clearly, in their newsletters, they use personalized emails for each persona, segmented by industry and behavior, featuring relevant case studies. And moving further, for webinars, now they host regular industry-specific webinars using registration data to personalize future communication. Okay, so they're getting in touch with these people even before and also after the event. In real life events, participation allow them to gather insights directly from potential clients. We're all looking into having live meetings, and integrating this feedback into their omni-channel strategy was the thing that made a difference for them. Moving forward, for the measurement and continuous optimization, in this slide we can see how they continuously measure and optimize their effort, that they set clear KPIs for each channel, tracking engagement, lead generation, and conversions with their integrated CRM and marketing platform. Once again, I cannot stress this enough. Continuous optimization is key, whether you're talking about your PPC campaigns or for your overall marketing activities. Monthly reviews shows that LinkedIn ads excel in healthcare, promoting increased investment, at least for tech solutions. So A/B testing revealed that benefit-focused email subjects increased the open rate. Feedback from webinar drives the introduction of advanced topics. So by measuring and adapting, they ensure they're always moving forward effectively toward their marketing efforts. And I will stop here. If we're having some questions from our audience, I'll be more than happy to answer them. If not, I also chose a couple from our participants submitted when they registered for the events. And the first one that really got to me was, what B2B companies, preferably in tech, are doing omni-channel personalization well? And I did a bit of research and I found out that IBM uses its technology to create this personalized customer experience across digital platforms. And they also have their own analytics and AI platform is called Watson. It provides tailored content, recommendations, and solutions to its B2B customers. So they designed it in-house. Clearly, this approach ensures that whether customers interact with IBM through their website, social media, or customer service, they receive consistent and personalized information relevant to their needs. Cisco is also a leading provider of networking technology and also a company that excels in using omni-channel strategies to enhance their customer experiences. They have a comprehensive online community and a support ecosystem. So Cisco offers personalized support and resources to its customers through these platforms. Their digital platforms use customer data to provide tailored product recommendations. They support resources and direct engagement with sales and their all their other teams. So they have this cohesive experience across all touch points. I can personally give you an advice to go on the Cisco community and talk to their specialists and also to end user and networking fans. You'll always find an answer, whether you're trying to build your home network or you're trying to build your network neighborhood or just trying to find a reason why your servers are down, for example. Hopefully not. General Electric Healthcare also provides a great example, and I took some notes over here to into what they're doing into omni-channel personalization. They're doing this by offering this unified experience, and it includes personalized content on their website. They realized if you're part of a buyer persona or not, and they tailor their content based on that, even on their website. And they have a very responsive customer service team that leverages this customer data to provide you with customized support, clearly. I would
Yeah, I must say there are a lot, and perhaps these sound like big names, but I can assure you that there are also smaller companies, tech startups that are doing this quite well. But you know, the best way you can see, beside this research that Daniel did, the best way you can see if a company is doing omnichannel well is when you become a potential customer, a potential prospect to them. And it's really based on how you feel the experience is moving along with that. And if you think that if you feel that this goes smoothly, that there are no glitches in the way you communicate with different members of their team, when you can see that the message is really consistent, that they're going back at you through another channels, then you will know that they are doing omni-channel well.
Exactly. I'm personally doing some testing sometimes, whether I'm looking at a product or some services. I go on their social media. I like a lot of their posts, and then I'm waiting to get contacted by them, or to receive an email or something like that. And not often. It's not happening so often that I would expect, So if we ever see somebody very engaged with our content, it's impossible that we wouldn't reach out to them and ask them, hey, would you like to find out more about us? And that's basically what it's all about.
Mhm. And we had another question. How to reach more B2B leads that are relevant via PPC or other channels, quality above quantity. Okay, let's see how we can relate this, Daniel, with our omni-channel topic.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I also talked to our SEO manager, Sorin, who unfortunately couldn't be here today, but he actually told me, and I took some notes, that in tech, at least, the conversion rate on your website can vary between 2.35 and 11.45 with ads. So depending very much of the structure of your ad account, you wouldn't be getting more than 2.5% from display ads, less chances over there. But if the account is well segmented and they have a relevant budget for the area they're activating, and the account is at least 70% optimization rate, they should be happy with the results, in the idea that the ROI should be positive. So whether through PPC advertising or other channels, the goal is to target your ideal customer profile effectively and efficiently. Um,
And if I
yeah,
can also add, Daniel, one thing that PPC is really one way that PPC is really supporting omni-channel effectively is retargeting campaigns. So
yeah,
implementing retargeting ads to re-engage visitors who've shown interest in your product or service, but they haven't converted yet, and you're retargeting them on a different channel. That's how you support this integrated and really effective customer experience.
yeah. And this different channel could be LinkedIn, for example, because they have this
Mhm.
precise targeting and these sophisticated options for LinkedIn ads, and they can help you reach your decision makers and influencer within specific industries, company size, and functions. You don't get more exact than that.
Mhm. Okay, so we are at our final Q&A session. So now me and Daniel and Loredana are gonna sit here and wait for for you to open up your mics and just share your thoughts or your questions or whatever you want to share with us.
Don't be shy.
And I'm really glad a lot of you have stayed up to the end. And as you know, all the participants to our webinars have some exclusive discounts for our services. So feel free to grab Daniel's or my email address or just connect with us on LinkedIn. You will find us easily. and we'll be happy to support you with whatever you need. Thank you so much, Ina. Also, feel free to reach out to us, me, Daniel, Lori, and tell us if there is a specific topic you would like us to approach in our future sessions. We have a lot of special guests lined up for our next sessions. We're trying to bring more people from the market, from the industry. So feel free, and because I see a lot of popular and well-known names with people who are consistently coming to our webinars here. So feel free to ask us if there's any specific topic you would like us to approach in our future sessions.
Exactly, and also wanted to state this. Maybe you sometimes feel that our content during our webinars, during these free webinars, is very broad or we're very general. We're not addressing your industry or your line of business or something like that. This is why at the end of it, we're always leaving these email addresses, these meeting links. Always feel free to book us, and we can delve deep in and hands-on, and we can showcase the tools that we're using that clearly adapt to what you're doing day to day, because it would be impossible to to please everybody and to go into exact topics.
Okay. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today. Have a great rest of the day. I'm gonna pass the mic to Lori to tell you a bit about our next session coming up in April with another very hot topic.
We're going to have this amazing session on using AI for lead generation. This has been requested by many of the participants.
We just actually got a message for that. So
I know.
Banu just said that, yeah.
Yeah, we know this is a hot topic, and how we're going to do it is this is like going to be a really intense course and very interactive. We're going to talk about lead generation in terms of leveraging AI to get more leads and better quality leads. And we're going to tackle like really touchy subjects, like what's that content that's engaging, like how do I make people to reply to my emails, right? My outreach emails, or how do I get people to reply to my LinkedIn emails, or how do I get people to engage with me over social media if I post my latest offer or something. So, and we're going to do this by leveraging AI, because right now, for example, even when we talk about omnichannel, I was just looking of you guys explaining and going through it, just by integrating everything. I saw a study that said that you can add AI on top of integrating channels, different channels, and you get a 40% boost in terms of results. So AI right now accompanies any marketing effort, and we're going to zoom into what it does for lead generation. Of course, that we're going to, get short videos and previews and so on LinkedIn. So do like and follow our page and our profiles. We're trying to put together content that actually helps you succeed. We're very interested to provide a lot of value. So do suggest this kind of topics that are really hot.